what are your key messages to the WTM audience this year?
Thank you, Jamal. This is the first time I'm attending WTM, and it's great to see the whole travel industry coming together at this place almost. And it was beneficial to me to go and see what other countries and regions are offering in terms of cruising, because I don't believe in competition. I believe in complementing the offering and partnering with the different countries and region to come up with a more compelling product to the end consumer. In terms of demand, we had incredible demand from new countries that we haven't thought of. So for example, we had multiple meetings yesterday and interest from countries like Australia and South Africa. In addition, we had significant demand on our cultural and natural and heritage offering. And another key area that we saw a significant demand from is complementing the cultural and natural products with the religious offering that we have. So overall, by 2028, we would like to achieve 1 million cruise passengers coming to Saudi Arabia. By 2025, we will operate 5 cruise terminals in Saudi Arabia, and hopefully we will create 50,000 jobs by 2035.
Fantastic. And so can you tell me, how are you evolving to meet some of the consumer trends that have come about as a result of the pandemic?
So the most important thing the consumer looks for nowadays is the safety and health requirements of the country or the product they are buying or the country they're visiting. And on that, we're lucky enough to be part of Saudi Arabia. The authorities there have done a great job in keeping the numbers low and creating capacity to address any increase in cases. We also, we saw amazing response from the government. They're very agile and dynamic by sort of making the requirements for the entry requirements clear and making the whole process frictionless. It's a pleasure to work with them because we've even went a step further to create specific exceptions for cruise passengers. So for example, if you're a cruise passenger and you're on a journey for more than 4 or 5 days, you don't have to take the PCR test to come back into Saudi. So it was amazing working with them. And on top of the health requirements, we see increased consumer demand on taking everything online. So one key thing is the e-visa. So the e-visa is available for almost all cruise passengers, so they can go online and apply to e-visa online, and that would give them what I believe a seamless experience when they come to Cruise Saudi.
Brilliant. So finally, tell me about your strategy for 2022.
We want Saudi, whether it's the Red Sea or the Arabian Gulf, to be on the must-see list of all sophisticated cruise passengers. And for that, what we want to do in 2022, or what we want to focus on, is 2 things. Number 1, increase the number of offering and excursions and destinations in Saudi. And number 2, improve the quality of these offerings. So the main things that we will focus on is to build the infrastructure required for us to offer more destinations to cruise passengers. You will see that the MAM is coming very soon by the end of 2021. Next year we're going to have hopefully Al Wajh ready, and also Yearbook we're already made ready for this year. So you have already 3 key ports that are ready. The MAM will be a key port on the Arabian Gulf. The second thing that we will also focus on is human capital development. It is very important to make sure that the cultural offering that you have are complemented by local people who would help serve that industry. So we are investing heavily on a few things. We just launched a tourist guide development program with the Ministry of Tourism. So we're training 140 local tour guides, many of them are ladies, to work and receive the cruise passengers. Number 2, we've created an ambassador program for Saudi students, high school students. 30 of them, 12 of them are ladies who have been on the MSC cruises for the past 3 months, and they will now graduate to be able to serve on any cruise lines that will come to Saudi. And number 3, we've worked with different cultural departments of the Ministry of Culture. So for example, with the Cultural Commission, with the Culinary Commission, we've trained the chefs on board the cruise lines to create a Saudi menu. So when an international passenger would come to Saudi, they can experience what Saudi has to offer right from the get-go when they get on the ships.
Fantastic. Sounds brilliant. So thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me,
Appreciate
Gemma.
it.